They say that a coffee day keeps grumpy away. Namibia, wake up and smell the coffee.
Oh, yes.
We have one. Poo, 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 poo.
Well, we've progressed.
No, we have one.
We have one.
And progressing.
And progressed. No,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
How
no,
you doing?
I'm fantastic. It's a beautiful day
Yeah.
to be in Namibia, to be a supporter of Namibia.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go ahead and say to be a Namibian. Because at certain parts in supporting the brave warriors, I had more faith than some of my friends.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you must surrender your national ID to me. I'm just saying that we sing the national anthem. Let me sing the first verse and join us on the second one.
Yeah.
Because I am really, really ecstatic and definitely happy for the brave warriors. It's a beautiful time.
It's a beautiful, what a time to be alive.
Oh, yes,
what
yes.
a day to
Absolutely,
be alive.
absolutely.
Now, in other news, some people are cheating to progress
All right. In sport.
in sports. Yes.
Tristan Thompson, to be fair, okay, Tristan Thompson was caught doping by the anti-doping agency in the NBA. He plays basketball. He's been suspended for some months. It was interesting to see what had happened with him because he had left the NBA for a while. This was after playing with LeBron James, I believe, in the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then he came back and his fitness levels were like a level that people weren't really quite used to. He wasn't playing like fantastically well.
Yeah.
He was just at a level that we didn't expect him to be after not playing for so long. And that prompted them to test to see if the man has been injecting himself, and it turns out that's the case. So a cheater across the board. The only cheaters I know are in India. As in, you know those
Okay.
cheaters. Have you checked on those cheaters?
No.
Every other week I hear about one of them dying.
I had there was a story that one of them had died.
That's what I was saying. I
Yeah.
heard on that. Was it the wise move now? I think at some point we need to check, like, was it, because I know they told us that once the cheetahs are transported to India from Namibia, but then we're actually talking about cheetahs. We're not talking about anyone's ex-boyfriends, like the actual cheetahs,
the
right?
cheetahs,
So
yeah.
if you, they were saying that some of them would die because they'll need to, it will take some time to acclimate to the climate in India. But I'm like, if we know that that climate is so vastly different and they keep dying, was it really the wisest decision?
Yeah, I don't think it was the wisest decision, but you know what's a wise decision? Watching Smell the Coffee. And after the break, we bring you an exciting interview and we also bring you interesting news. Stay with us.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Here's the thing about Smell the Coffee. We are always in time with what's happening, what's trending, what's most important. And in Namibia, it is still AFCON. There's no way we can act like this is not an important moment. Namibia has been to AFCON countless times. This is the first time we've managed to get a win, and it's the first time we've managed to qualify into the round of 16. It means a lot for the nation. And I've got some questions, obviously, because like, you know, not questions, I just feel like we can give the Brave Warriors more credit because they did all this without necessarily playing international games at their own stadium.
Okay.
So basically, if the government is a parent and the Brave Warriors are the children, the child just passed all their subjects using their friends' textbooks. And so we're kind of hoping that the textbooks are coming.
Yeah.
This has inspired all the textbooks to be bought
We also
because
hope
the boys
this
deserve
inspires
it.
the parent
Yes.
to do something.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But the boys have done well. I mean, did you hear the noise yesterday?
I was watching it via WhatsApp statuses,
Yes.
Twitter.
Yes.
That's where I catch most of
Yeah.
my soccer action.
No,
to
that's
be
incredible.
honest. So tell me something. Okay, we've progressed. That I understand.
Yeah.
So what happens in this stage?
Okay, so remember
if we
previously we could do calculations, those mathematics.
Yeah.
For example, if we had lost yesterday's game, we would have waited to see what would happen between Zambia and Morocco. And it turns out we would have qualified either way because Zambia's loss would have allowed us to qualify. That's done. Round of 16, If it's 0-0 end of the game, extra time, penalties. There's no way around it. We either win or we lose. We're playing our neighbors Angola, so we know each other very well.
Yeah.
If you haven't been to Angola, you've been to Windhoek North, what's up?
Yeah.
So we all know each other. We understand each other, no surprises here, and we can really get it going.
You know, I read an interesting tweet last night. Somebody said that, okay, it's Namibia versus Angola or vice versa. Whoever wins gets to keep Windhoek North.
That
they
sounds
claim
fair.
it as their
That
location.
sounds fair.
I
That
was
sounds
like,
fair.
come on now.
But don't you just love how integrated the Africans are? You
Yeah.
know, the fact that we can even make such humor because we know they are brothers and sisters just across the road over there. So it's really fantastic. But there's something that stood out for me with regards to the Brave Warriors victory. When we won Tunisia, right, against Tunisia, and when you drew against Mali, there was a man of the match. The man of the match was Dion Otto. Okay, some might argue he had the moments of the match. He wasn't necessarily the man of the match. Some might say Hanamob and different guys. That's all understandable. But let's zone in on the fact that ultimately he got the man of the match award. What is the difference between Dion Otto and the other players? Do you know what it is?
No.
He's the only one who is married. And now I'd like to talk to you gentlemen right now, and let's figure out how we can change our lives.
Okay.
Because if we can get one goal from one guy being married, if more than one of us are married, we are going to the finals.
So are you saying everyone should get married?
It's working.
Has
Has there been another player of the match? Has there been another?
That the strategy?
I just think it's working. His wife is there. She's supporting him.
Yeah.
You know, he's probably getting warm meals. Some of our brothers might still be, you know, making noodles, opening canned food. It doesn't have to be like that, gentlemen. As you can see, stability at home means stability abroad. You got it from me first.
All right. You had it on Smell the Coffee first. What a brilliant strategy. Moving over to our next story. Jon Stewart returns to The Daily Show as a host. Wow, this is very interesting. The Comedy Central series will have Stewart back on Mondays, relying on the newsroom of correspondents to lead the show for the remainder of the week through the 2024 election. The longtime host and Noah's predecessor has agreed to return to Mondays nights through the 2024 election. The new setup, a major coup for the show and for the parent company Paramount, is set to begin on the 12th of February 2024. For the remainder of the week, the Comedy Central series will rely on a team of correspondents, which likely include Disik Lidik, Ronnie Ching, Michael Costa, and everyone else. Stewart also spent 16 years on the show. The majority of them Emmy-winning, will be heavily involved as an executive producer on the other nights as well. Now, the move comes after Stewart prematurely exited his Apple TV show, which is called The Problem, following creative differences between the iPhone maker and its host over potential topics and guests. Wow. Are you excited? Are you watching The Daily Show?
I'm excited, absolutely. I am going to say there is one correspondent that they missed on, the one that they expected to take over Trevor Noah, Roy Woods. So I'm really interested to see how they make that up, because at some point Roy Woods had said, I don't know what you guys want to do with the show, so I'm stepping out. But of all the correspondents, he was the one with the most potential to lead the show by himself. So I'm interested to see, because if he can keep Roy Woods, that's even more fantastic. But look, having
Is Roy out now?
Roy out, yeah, he's out, because he was getting tired of, because they kept being changed over the last year, in like interim presenters. They were going weekly, and for him, he wanted to know if he could have something stable. You know what I mean? He just wasn't getting those answers. But perhaps this could change that. You know, Jon Stewart is a legend. It's basically like, you know, for the Bulls, Michael Jordan comes back. You know what I mean? And of course, with Second Take, that makes him my competition. I look forward to seeing how we can figure out this year. But really, it's great news.
Career-wise, is that a good choice? Would you ever leave Would you ever leave Second Take and then come back after 10 years?
In the last years, he's been doing a YouTube show, which is more or less the same thing, called The Problem with Jon Stewart, where he's just been going off. And that's what happens. You know, earlier before the show, we were talking about purpose. So it's not about the check for the guy. It's just who he is. It's in his blood. And Daily Show just happens to be another platform. But what I am seeing is that it's actually a bit of a trend to bring the legends sort of back, but only like temporarily, like for Monday and Tuesday, not temporarily, temporarily, but in short spaces of time.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Shannon Sharp, who interviewed Cat Williams, right? He was on a show with Skip Bayless for years and years and years. And now he's joined First Take, which is on ESPN. That's a sports show altogether. And over there, he just does the Monday and the Tuesday. The rest of the week, he does his own podcast and stuff. So I think that works for Jon Stewart. It's wise because for all intents and purposes, New Hampshire just voted, and Donald Trump got the most votes ever in a U.S. election primary in New Hampshire. So some people are saying that's one of the first projectiles which are saying that he's going to become president. And thus the left or the liberals or the non-conservatives will need a voice, and a leading voice for them has been Jon Stewart.
I'm excited to hear his commentary. I've always enjoyed his opinion, so I'm looking forward. I'm definitely watching The Daily Show. Now moving over to some interesting news. Who would have ever thought? A documentary by Uganda's Robert Kyagulanyi, popularly known as Bobi Wine, titled The People's President, has received a nomination at the 2024 Oscars.
Interesting.
Now, Bobi Wine, The People's President, is nominated for the Best Documentary Feature Film alongside 4 other documentaries, including Tunisian documentary for daughters. It is such a humbling moment to see why Ugandan stories make it to the Academy Awards, the most prestigious and significant awards in the world, Bobi Wine said on X, formerly known as Twitter. Today, the fight for democracy in Uganda and around the world lives on. Thank you for this recognition, he said. Bobi Wine, whose real name is Robert Kyagulanyi, lost to President Museveni in the 2021 presidential elections. Allegations that the vote was manipulated led to countrywide protests by opposition supporters. Human rights group says that security forces killed dozens and arrested thousands of other protesters during the election period. Yeah.
Bobi Wine, yeah, he's, I mean, on the artist front, it's always good to see artists, especially artists who sing about society, actually step in and give people an opportunity to vote for them. To see the documentary at Oscars is interesting.
Yeah.
It is interesting. It does give a lot of coverage. I don't know if it's the most prestigious awards in the world. I think the most prestigious awards in America. We need to stop saying world when we mean to say America. You know what I mean? Yes, globally they are the media most visible, but yeah, it's the prestigious one that stems from America.
Yeah. I like how Bobby can have a career in politics and also in entertainment.
But yeah, but it's
media.
not sweet. Hey, he's getting beaten. Whoa, he's
It's
getting
fine,
beaten. He's getting
but
imprisoned a lot.
It just shows that we can
Commitment.
be more than one thing. It shows commitment and purpose. It shows that
Resilience.
he has resilience. Yeah, he has, you know, the ability to take punches from life and still stand up.
Could
and
you
rise.
foresee any Namibian artist stepping into the political arena?
Exit.
No, I said into, not out.
No. Exit.
Or
will
exit
be
the person.
Coming in. Yes. Exit the artist. I think
Okay.
he has been very, very vocal when it comes to I think social issues. He's the first to speak out, especially using his Twitter platform. So I really see Exit, you know, taking
How's the
up
following
space.
going to go? I mean, how did his last concert go? How was the attendance
I
at the
wasn't
last
there.
at the last show you did?
I
You
know
didn't
I
hear
wasn't
much
there.
about that.
I know I interviewed him before.
Prior to the event as well. Well, I mean, he hasn't stood out to me as a political commentator. If you're to ask me who stood out as a political commentator, I'd go with Young T.
Okay, Young T also.
That's
Yeah,
probably
I
where
can
I'd
agree
go.
with that.
It would be interesting, especially if they, I mean, this is an election year. If let's say, this is an imaginary, you know, scenario, but if one of them decided to form a political party or join one in a real way, it'll be interesting because essentially you're hoping to convert your fan base into votes. It might work.
I think the one that scene can work best for is Tatebuti. Because Tatebuti has a lot of people on the ground.
On the ground.
People love Tatebuti.
But what are the
if
reasons they love him?
I don't know what the reasons are, could be many of them, but if Tatebuti today decides he wants to be a politician, I can almost guarantee you that he's going to influence a lot of people into following him.
Since you said the word influence, allow me to throw one more name in the pot. Delish Matthews. I could see that. She's got the numbers.
Yeah.
She was at the unemployment protest,
Yeah.
so she has already shown her social political conscience. And people love her.
Yeah.
People love Delish.
All right, speaking of things that we do love here in Namibia, we also love the MyZone brand. And after the break, we will be having an interview with the head of MyZone. You have to stay around to watch this. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome to today's Sports Rep Show.
I am your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraifa. In replay, Namibia, who had won the toss for the first time on this tour.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with tennis news, both on the WTA for women's and
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Joining us right now is Enzo Amwele, who is the head of the MyZone brand right here at Namibia Media Holding. How are you doing this morning?
Very well, thank you, Aina, and I'm glad to be with you in studio.
I am glad to be having this conversation with you. First things first, for those who do not see the TikTok videos or the logo of the MyZone brand, can you tell us what MyZone is all about and what it represents?
MyZone is the biggest youth brand in Namibia, and we represent the youth. We mostly work with school learners, and we work with mostly youth-related matters in the country. And we sort of give a platform to school learners to just also express their voices out there.
Okay,
Yes.
Voices of the youth definitely do matter. I understand that you have a road show coming up. Give us the details. Where are you traveling to? What do the learners need to join this road trip? If they are eligible to go on it, and so forth and so on.
Yes, so basically MyZone, we have a school newspaper project where we have editorial teams at over 50 schools countrywide. And so what we usually used to do was a media camp. So where we would gather learners at one spot for a weekend and then teach them the basis of journalism. But now it's a road show. We have changed the whole concept where we will be going to the learners, to the schools, and then we will be hosting the whole training program there. And of course, it's learners already filled in their forms. And it's happening, the official launch is happening on Monday, the 29th of January. And we are looking at having it at Academia Secondary School.
Oh, my former secondary school, love that.
Yes. So we love working with school learners, and the project, we are going to travel, when we come to the traveling arrangements, we are going to travel close to 3,000 kilometers over the whole country. We are going to go to close to 7 regions. And then this project, of course, covers over 300 learners from various schools countrywide, from all the schools that we work with. And of course, we would like to, of course, expand to more schools, to reach out to more schools, give them a platform. And with the schools that we work with, we have one pager that comes out in the zone every Thursday. So these schools, they have their own stories that they write about their school, of course, coupled with a show that we call Generation C, where we go to the school, shoot an episode where they interview the principal, the LRCs, and anything that has to do with culture of the school and the history, anything that has to do with the school, basically.
Okay, love that. You spoke about, changing, the structure of the camp. I want to find out what was the reason. Why then did you decide to switch things up this year?
We decided to switch things up to accommodate more learners, because usually at the media camp we will have plus minus 60 learners, but now, as I said, we are covering over 300 learners. So it was just to go out there and go to the learners which we thought was viable to just meet the learners halfway as well.
Okay. And what can our brothers and sisters that are in high school look forward to at this camp?
Of course, the learners look forward to be taught about the basics of journalism, presenting and public speaking, and of course social media management, and of course one of our interesting new initiatives, which is the chatbot, and how we can incorporate the chatbot within the schools. So the learners, they expect to have the likes of Ashon Berry, a renowned public speaker. Of course, he's just going to teach them a few tips and tricks in the industry. We are going to have the likes of Gwen Lister, who's just going to give a bit of a short course on ethical journalism. Yeah, so it's basically us grooming young journalists and young people who want to thrive within the media industry, be it designing, be it writing, be it video capturing, you mention it.
I love that. I love that you have spoken about what the learners can expect and what benefits there are to this camp for them. Now let's switch the script, flip the script rather over, and let's talk about sponsors and schools. What can this project give them? What do they have to gain?
Well, currently we have quite a lot of sponsors. We have Pick and Pay.
Oh, wow.
We have Popkowitz Motors. We have Standard Bank, and we have Colgate as well. So what for example, Standard Bank can benefit from it. For example, we are giving them a session at the media camp to just speak to these learners about their youth saving accounts, their student learner saving accounts, whatever they have to offer to their learners. And also, what they can benefit is brand exposure. They are going to come there, set up with their flyers and so on, just for the learners to know more about these companies and also sort of connect with it. For example, when Standard Bank comes there, they are going to speak to the learners face to face and probably also hear what the challenges some learners face with Standard Bank, you understand? Yeah, but officially Standard Bank is our sponsor for MyZone for the whole year. So I'm excited. Good things are coming up for the brand, and can't wait.
Definitely. Now, finally, Enzo, how would you, as the head of MyZone, define success?
Your success can be defined in so many ways. Actually, a good question. I've never actually thought about it, but it can be defined in so many ways. Success is when you achieve what you want to achieve in life. And for me, I want to achieve the most with the brand MyZone. I want to take it to places and ensure that it's a platform where youth can freely express themselves. And just for info's sake, MyZone is 8 this year.
Oh, wow.
So we are not new in the game, and we keep learning and we keep growing. And we have besides now the school newspaper project and the media roadshow, we also offer internships to learners, bursaries, as well as students who want to do their work integrated learning at Namibia Media Holdings through MyZone.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Enzo, thank you very much for sharing this information with us. We wish you all the success in your personal capacity and that of your brand, MyZone.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me, Aina.
You're welcome. We'll be right back with our goodbyes and our adios and our tatas. Stay with us.
E-Ticket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nhom.com.na.
Another day, another fantastic episode. We've come to the end of today's edition of Smell the Coffee. We'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. From all of us here in studio, all our love, all our light, and ciao.